All right, we're getting ready to go live.
We are live.
We are live.
Little Ozzy going. We are live. Can we hear that music? Is it pretty
Turn it
sweet?
up. We're here to turn it up for the crowd.
And then we'll get the feedback. That's all right.
We are live with feedback and Ozzy.
It's been a horrible week for Gen X.
It has. Welcome back, listeners and viewers, to the Brighter Side of Blue, our worldwide podcast, law enforcement friendly podcast, coming to you live from Dogtown, St. Louis at the Columbo's Cafe and Tavern, home of the famous thin crust Seabo's Pizza. I see like 36 of them out there right now.
Yep.
And daily lunch specials. I'm Danny.
I'm Tommy.
Producer John. I'm JJ.
Intern Patrick.
Yeah.
Intern Patrick. Everybody in the crowd. I estimated we had a ticket takers out there. We have 796 people in the crowd, JJ.
Yep.
We do.
796. Oh, there comes 798. But
You're going to know we're awful as shit.
everybody that comes down notices we don't have the big redhead over here. We don't have producer John. John, he'll be coming live from the infirmary. But we have intern Patrick stepping in. Welcome, intern Patrick.
I had family come here just to see John. Sorry, Pat.
What a rude thing to say. Dude, I mean,
Yeah.
I just said,
He's
pick it
right
up.
here.
We got you, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
That was
Guys
kinda
stepped
rude.
Up, help us out. You just blast them.
let's hear your voice, young intern.
Well, JJ's done golfing with me from here on out.
See, I did myself a favor.
No, you're on our foursome coming up. We'll talk about
Intern Patrick, we really appreciate you stepping up. I'm going to give you a little...
that. Producer John waiting to come on. I think producer John might be backstage.
I was going to give a little shout out to intern Patrick's company, Krabby Media LLC. If you need a intern producer, come on in. Call Krabby Media LLC.
If you need an unhappy dude,
Just come in, just be miserable and poke you in the eye, and
That's wrong. That's wrong. Another guy trying to help us out, and we just blasting him.
yeah, thanks, Patrick.
I
Both
am-
of you guys.
You don't have to take it, Patrick.
Hey,
I am taking
hey,
donations.
when I play
though.
golf with Patrick, though, he can be a jerk.
Really?
As I said,
what you're saying?
that was a nice word.
It's
Tell us
not
how.
my problem that you suck.
Whatever.
Oh, are you
You know,
competitive?
That leads me into we have producer John on, but we're
Yep.
talking about friends golfing.
Yeah.
I want to get right into something that I think there needs to be an outline for obligations of friends.
Yes.
So in order to be a true friend or to be considered a true friend, there's certain things that you must do for a fellow friend. Like if a fellow friend's sporting a booger in their nose and you're at a bar, you got to help a brother out. You got to tell him. You got to say, hey, dude, if they smell BO, you got to tell them.
Bad breath. What do you?
Bad
where
breath,
sit
you
on
gotta-
bad
you gotta
breath?
help 'em out.
Oh, dude, you need to
You
grab
can't
a
just leave.
toothbrush.
You
What
can't
about
leave
long nose hairs?
long nose hairs. That's a thing. You got to just tell a friend. I don't consider you a friend if you leave me hanging if I'm somewhere and you're.
You know who must be my best friend? Is Jimmy Long.
He
Why?
tells you-
Because if you had a nose hair out of place or your breath stank, he told you. Well, you also rode next to him for 8 hours. So it'd be
Right,
like,
it's
dude,
easy when you're that close. I'm talking if you. What about if you have that one that he's not like really tight with you, or she, or whoever? They're not really tight with you, but you consider him a friend. Do you just tell him, hey, dude, your breath just is
Sure.
on?
And if you're on a few beers, it's easier.
Yeah, I'd prefer you to tell me like.
Right.
And then
Hey, I don't know
we
you that
become
well.
close if you tell me, if you have my back.
I don't know you all that well, but your breath is.
Yeah. Dude.
bad.
Did you
What
eat a
about
dead
if they
skunk
what if
on
they
the way
leave their
over?
fly down?
Oh, if they leave their fly down. Producer John
yeah.
just chimed in. Leave a fly down. Just help somebody out.
Right, just hey,
You know?
dude. Hey, dude.
And you have a pool. So this happened the other day in Florida.
Sign.
You have a pool at the house, right?
Yeah.
So we were at a happy hour at a friend's in Naples house, and we were boozing for like 7 hours, and this one dude not one single time left the pool.
Red flag.
Not one single time left the pool.
flag.
I'm like,
That's disgusting.
really? I didn't see a catheter hanging off him.
Was it your pool?
No, it was not my pool. If it was my pool, I'd have said the
Dude.
bathroom's first door on the left or some shit.
There's
Or
a,
you're a dude.
there's a place at the Lake of the Ozark that's a big pool. I don't know the name of it. And they said they have hundreds of people in the pool, and they never leave the pool, and they drink it all day.
So like my grandkids will come over to the pool, and I have some grandsons, and I just tell them go in the bushes because going in and out of the house. Not
Yeah, that's
All
fine.
right, that's-
I'm just
that's
going to bushes.
respectful.
Right.
Yeah.
I
How's
always
the
get in
audio
trouble.
back there. How's the volume back there? All the way back. Good.
They're giving us a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Hey, it's
Intern Patrick is on point.
Yeah.
On point.
yeah, good job, Patrick. So have we talked about those of we lost this week? Theo Huxtable.
Gen X took a beating.
Ozzy Osbourne. Hulk Hogan died today at the age of 71.
Yep.
You know.
Chuck Mangione died too.
Oh, Chuck Mangione died.
Who's
Producer
that?
John.
Yeah. Hey, working off of that, that's why I'm not there tonight. I'm in 5 days of mourning over Ozzy dying. So I'm sitting here. I'm reading from the book of Ozzy,
Oh, I like that. Very nice.
and I'm just celebrating his life, and it's a rough time.
Very nice. Producer John, you should
My
see this
condolences
live
there.
audience. You're on the big screen now, too. So intern Patrick's a couple upgrades since you've left, John. And intern Patrick's responsible for him.
Yeah,
but-
I'm really not that good at my job when you think about it.
No, come on. Don't be like that. It's true.
He's under a lot of pressure for these short little quips, though. I don't think that he might not. John's pretty good at those short little quips.
Yeah. We'll see. Intern
But why
Patrick.
is I think we need to get into why John really isn't here. Is that John had a cardiac cath today through his wrist, and he planned yesterday. We were talking. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up, and they told him today that if you bust that open, you might bleed out. And our show is. I mean, we want some content and all that, but I don't know that producer John bleeding out on a live show would be the way to get to.
But
the
you had a
top.
clean bill of health on your arteries.
Yeah.
there.
He'll be
I
back
got
in
it.
action.
I got a clean highway, so that's the good news.
Yeah, that's really good news.
John,
So-
are you holding the Bud Light in your hand right now?
No, I only got one hand. I can't use my right hand, so I have to
And that's why he's not here. 'Cause
go
that
back
went
and
in
forth
through the
between
right wrist.
Ozzy and my beer.
got-
Got a Bud Light, though, man. Clean bill of health. I'm back at it.
I knew he had one.
Tremendous.
Producer John, do you have a musings at the microphone? By
You know, I
Producer
really
John?
don't. Other than
Brought to you by Corby Campbell Security.
oh yeah, Campbell. Corby was a big Ozzy fan too.
He was. Everybody's a big Ozzy fan.
No, I just want to wish. I wish I was there tonight, and I want to. I hate to miss this show, and I want to wish Nathan, a great continued recovery, and hope everybody has a good time, and make me proud, Patrick.
Love you, brother, Producer John.
right.
You should have seen Nathan get down those steps at Columbus. Those steps are like Mount Everest over there. He
He
down.
came down them steps better than 90% of people come down them steps.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
the
they're
two
rough,
right.
man.
Hey, did anybody see the Instagram of Ozzy Osbourne
Right.
without music in the background at that last concert?
No,
Oh my God.
pretty rough.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
You know, Ozzy Osbourne outlived Richard Simmons.
Yeah, he's,
Well, he had a cleaner life.
what are you trying to say?
Hey, I'm just saying, I got a shot.
You can still do this.
Ozzy Osbourne was an inspiration for me.
Hey,
Simmons, Richard Simmons might have been your kind of cup of tea, his life. Ozzy's my cup of tea. I
With
love
you,
that
Nick.
life.
I like Jack LaLanne, not Richard Simmons.
No
He
one
was,
knows
Richard
all that.
Simmons was a little much.
Remember
for me.
all those fitness things that used to come on early in the morning?
Oh my God!
People be working
in high
out.
school, what are those things? Those leg warmers the girls used to wear at high school.
Yeah.
They do all that
You're
stuff.
aging yourself, man.
Huh?
Yeah, you are aging.
Totally
yourself.
aging yourself on that one.
You remember them though?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Hey, Producer John, before you go, we have another one watching from the infirmary that you're in. Camille is at home. She was going to try to
Okay.
make it. She's fighting the good fight. She had some headaches and couldn't make it down tonight, but our shout out to Camille. Hopefully she's here next week.
Yes,
People
and,
might talk.
Just so people know, is Camille's, fighting some cancer, and she's a friend of the show, fan of the show. She learned about it from her daughter, and her daughter's in the crowd. So Camille said she couldn't make it, but our thoughts and prayers are with her, and we're going to get Camille on the show because she is a funny.
She's a wild
gal.
card. She's a wild
funny
card.
gal.
She'll be the one that costs us our live license. Some shit that comes out of her mouth, it would have
She
shut
may
her
be the
down.
one.
Yeah, it
But
could
that's
be
okay.
it.
We'll take
Yeah,
the
it's
hit.
worth it.
We'll take the
And so everybody that's listening and watching, hit that like, subscribe, and share button, please. We didn't get to 39 million viewers and 172 countries. Producer John, are there 172 countries in the world?
Oh yeah, many more than that.
Many more than that. Well, 172 are listeners. So hit like, subscribe, and share, and let's get this grassroots. We are a grassroots law enforcement friendly podcast that's not afraid to tell the truth about our heroes, that are out there every day making our communities safer.
Trying.
The media tries to throw some bullshit on us. We don't take it. We can say whatever we want, and we do
Well-
to support our boys in blue and girls.
And Tom is the grass, we're the roots.
It's definitely in the grass.
Definitely the grass.
Tommy, you got a farmer Columbo's employee daughter that's has a special day today.
Yes, my daughter Randy. It's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Randy.
So happy birthday, girl.
I mean, she worked here for a long time, didn't she? Greg Columbo's in the crowd.
She worked here for a little bit, and then when she came back for the show, though, there was like a reunion with all the bartenders, and she stayed probably later than she should have.
Nice.
But today is her birthday, and happy birthday, Randy. I hope you had a great day.
Yeah. Hey, it's funny that Greg Columbo snuck in the back door because he told me earlier before the show that if I could spot him in the crowd, and there's 786 people now, if I could spot him in the crowd, it's half-price pizzas at Columbo's tonight, half-price SIBOs. Bam!
Get that shit to go.
Let's go.
Get
Eat
that
up.
shit to go.
Shit. And Ken Placky's in the crowd. We already know. Let's get to that. Hey, you want to hear it live, Kenny? If you don't want to bicker about the price on the sticker,
Head on down to Shecker.
Where you get your best deals quicker.
yeah.
Right on
Hey,
there.
Dodge Rams out there in the Washington, Missouri Shicker, 20 grand off those Dodge Rams. Get on out there.
Just go talk to a good
Kenny
salesman.
Placky's in the crowd. Talking to Greg Columbo, half-price pizzas, everybody, boom. Let's do it.
Right.
Let's go. Hey, we do.
What about the Jameson shots? Can we get half price on those, Greg?
No, yeah.
He'd go broke.
Greg doesn't encourage those. He doesn't allow those.
He gets mad when I drink a lot of them.
Hey, the reason there's a crowd out here tonight, and what a shout out of respect for the show tonight.
Right.
Everybody upstairs, everybody viewing live from Facebook and YouTube and all this and that. We have Nathan Spiess in the house, and
Absolutely.
so Nathan is a warrior and a hero, and he won't want to hear all that stuff, but it's true. He's an inspiration to all of us that wore the badge, and everybody that wears a badge in the country. So it's kind of interesting to what you never know anybody who they are until they face adversity.
You know, I kind of.
I was going to finish the sentence there.
You said adversity, and then that was it.
I know, but I had more to say after
Pause.
adversity.
You paused. I'm in.
I didn't pause,
I'm
dude.
in, you're
You were
out.
like a freaking. You were like a
I'm in.
fucking piranha. On
Danny,
her.
you've been going a little long.
Because you
Anyway,
were talking too much, and you know there is 3 people on the fucking show.
I had a point though.
But
Adversity, and then we just shut her down.
that's good enough.
But if you look at like the school shooting,
Yeah.
where you know when you're a retired guy like us, and you know there's a lot.
You got fired, dude.
I didn't get fired.
Well, kind
I
of.
had an incident, but I didn't get fired. But anyway,
Wow.
when you yeah,
That was wrong, dude.
I had a little incident that kind of made me go.
Hey, no, he could have went back to the 6th district, but he said, "Screw
I
that."
was like, hey, you can go to the 6th district. I said, nah, I'm good. I was 41 years old, about 238 pounds, and couldn't run. And I was like, I ain't fucking with this. Coming out of DEA, my dream job, I'm out. But anyway, to get
Thanks
to
for bringing
my
that
point,
up, Danny.
yeah. Anyway, to get to my point, is that with if you look at the school shooting, there's not a whole lot of things that, as retired guys, that really make you very, very proud.
Yeah.
You know, and the school shooting was one, but following Nathan's stories, and before with and we'll get into that a little later with Nathan, but he was in an incident before that. And those are the kind of incidents as retired guys you look at and say, man, I'm just proud to be that I was a St. Louis policeman. And the guys that do that, and it's all of them, but obviously certain incidents come to light, because they're in the news. But it just makes us old heads feel very, very proud, and I think that's cool.
Wasn't that incident one of the ones that spurred you to start this podcast?
It was the school shooting.
It was
I
the
knew-
school
I
shooting.
knew it was going to be.
We were at
out of
that
the
bar at
news.
Crossroads.
Yeah, we were at Crossroads, and I said, I'm telling you, it's going to be out of the news in 2 days.
Yeah, that's exactly what Tommy said. Kudos to you. I was mean to you earlier about the whole job thing.
Right. About how I went out on questionable circumstances.
He's
You did
owning up
not.
to it now. But we were sitting there, and the school shooting was handled by the St. Louis Police Department better than any school shooting in the country has ever been handled. And Tommy Sawyer, you remember that, JJ?
Yeah.
He said, I need those. He says, Watch this. This thing will be out of the news cycle in 2 days, and nobody will be talking about how we handled this school shooting. And
then the next Thursday, I said we need to start a podcast and talk about all the good stuff the policemen have done.
and keep it alive. Keep those good stories alive.
A lot of the older stories, too. There's a lot of great stories that are out there, and there's a lot of great stories that are going to be told in the future.
Yeah.
With guys, like Nathan, and you're going to hear a lot about his group in the 6th District, and those guys have a whole career of stuff that we've already talked about that is going to happen to them.
Right.
And that's why it's cool, and Nathan is an inspiration, and we're really looking forward to have him.
That's going to be good. That's going to be good to hear from him.
Yep.
JJ, how'd you get off tonight from the academy graduation?
I just did. I got some pull.
It's a special night down at the academy
It is.
tonight too.
It's only, yes, and I went to the last one, but I just couldn't make it because obviously this is way more important, honoring Nathan.
100% true. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Ray Lauer. His son is Lieutenant Paul Lauer, and his grandson graduates from the academy, Kyle Lauer, tonight. And his other son is retired Lieutenant Mike Lauer, who was in my academy class. Now that's a family of law enforcement there, isn't it?
3 generations,
The
baby.
Lauers.
great.
Yeah, so congratulations to Kyle and Paul and Colonel Ray Lauer. So
Great
Uncle
job.
Mike.
and Uncle Mike, yeah.
Uncle Mike's running shit nowadays.
A BJC guy.
He's running shit.
Yeah. See if we can get producer John a coupon for what happened today.
I think we're keeping producer. He's just sitting there looking at us. I think.
Yeah.
I think you hey, get back to your Bud Light and have a nice night, John.
He wants to hang on.
If you want to stay, you can stay. Just tell your nurse to stay out of the frame.
Right.
That's in his office, brother.
Oh, it is. That's nice. That's
No,
nice.
you guys have a great show. Hi to everybody there, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll be back next week.
Peace.
Peace.
All right. See you next week, producer John.
What we got next, Danny?
Well, I have 2 events, but I want to get to. Do you think we should get to JJ Zen? I think did you say you had 2 Zens tonight?
No, we're just doing one.
I don't.
I changed one. Greg,
Intern Patrick, do you have the Zen music?
Greg,
No, he doesn't know how to
I
do
got
it.
another
You
one
know how to
from
do
Greg.
Intern Patrick didn't learn that one.
Oh my
I
God!
know if you push one of those blue buttons, I think it's.
I'll just
go.
leave it alone. Let's just let me do it with my Zen.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Just do a
Don't
little-
press any buttons.
Have you seen how bad the Cardinals are right now and trying to bring people up?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am on the fly right now.
All right. You're doing good. Hang in there.
All right,
JJ Zen.
you don't get stronger.
Brought to you by.
Oh, well, I got to do that. Prime Performance. If you forgot, hey, fuck. Anyway, Prime Performance. If you're feeling low or down, you go to one of the Prime Performance and you get the B12 shot or the Revive shot. If you're low T's, you go there. They have a nurse practitioner on site. They can do blood tests and find out if you got low T's, and you can get testosterone shot and whatever you need. But Prime Performance.
Prime Performance.
All right.
Let's hear it.
You don't get stronger by doing things that you can. You get stronger by doing things that you thought you couldn't do.
Oh, hell yeah. JJ coming.
Good one, Jay.
Who's that from?
Greg Colombo. He's a
Greg
wise,
Colombo.
smart guy.
Yep. Pizzas that are quarter price. Now.
Quarter
I think-
price pizza. Free pizzas for the house. Come on, Gregory.
Half price.
And I think-
Jameson's.
We gonna say anything about? I think that's
Half price. Jameson's.
Nathan.
Get
That
us 3.
talks about him. That kind of
It does.
hits him right there. So, yeah,
It really does.
So-
I really like that.
Thank you.
You want to say it again?
Prime Performance. No.
Oh.
You want to say the Zen again?
No, I don't. I'm done.
You
I think it was
pushed
good.
up Prime Performance already, dude.
I think they got better advertisement.
That was
with
one of your
than-
better Zens.
That was a good.
Your
Zen.
brother usually comes strong, giving you some Zen.
He does. I get a lot of good.
CC usually gives.
Matter of fact, we need to give a shout out to JJ's cousin and her wife, or her husband. I'm sorry, Craig.
Actually, she's my cousin. Craig is her husband.
I just said that. I said.
Okay.
No, you weren't even close.
I don't
Go
think
ahead,
so.
JJ.
He's a good buddy of ours. My brothers and I, we go see him every year in Alabama, and we shoot guns, and we have a good time. And he came all the way up to see this podcast because he's a fan of the show. He had no idea he was coming to this one, though. So
Really?
timing's everything, right?
No, this is how the crowd always is.
Yeah.
You tell me?
Alabama.
Okay, we have about 5 more people than we usually have here,
Yeah,
but
he's a huge Roll Tide guy. Too.
yes, he is.
Well, that's fun.
You know what? He usually wears. It was funny. Is he usually? I've never seen him without a Roll Tide hat on, but he's got Brighter Side of Blue hat on.
Oh, that's
Look at
strong.
that.
This exactly
Strong.
same hat.
Yep.
He's got this.
We're
Now,
up there with
JJ.
Roll Tide, baby.
Is this where you go in Alabama when we go to the
Yes,
Naples?
yes.
All right.
Yes.
You guys are rescheduling it this year.
We are.
So you can come to Naples.
Lisa, can I go to Naples?
Please, Lisa.
She said no.
Shit. She already gave up. She hates it.
Yeah. We have 700.
So the answer is yes.
I'm done listening.
We
to
have one less.
Right, I am so.
That
done
is what you
listening
call
to
support.
She's already disappointed.
Gee, no.
Smart woman.
that. Connie probably texted
She's
her.
walking down now. Yeah. Hey, can I tell you a funny county story, though? Or not, it was actually Paula Cruz's story. I was out and about partying, young policeman, and it was my birthday. And I see Paula Cruz at some function, and it's like almost midnight. And I said,
And just so everybody knows, Paula Cruz is the wife of Joe
Cruz,
Cruz,
commander.
who was ran in Mobile Reserve with JJ.
Right,
So
right.
they were all friends.
all right, thanks, Tom, for summing that up.
All right.
But I see Paula, I found out is a snitch because it's like 5 minutes to midnight, and I said, Lisa forgot my birthday. It was the
yeah.
best, dude. And I was like, thought it was the greatest thing ever. And all of a sudden, right before like 11:59, my phone rings, and she goes, "Happy birthday!" I go, "Too late. You forgot, brother."
Oh, I think
So
that was good.
You hear that?
We're going.
Whoa. That's on tape forever.
I think it is. She did.
Actually, we
She
were just talking about what
she
friends
did.
should do.
She did
You
say
know,
that.
whether there's a booger or whatever. Paula was just taking care of a friend.
Yeah, she
That's
was.
true. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. That's a good point.
move on Paula.
That's
just-
a
I-
strong
Solid.
point.
That's a solid.
I
friend.
still think she's a snitch.
Well, she is to you, but a good friend. Yeah. Friends take care of friends. On this day in history in 1969,
Yep. Who's on this day? On this day, sponsored by.
the Apollo 11 returned to Earth after safely bringing our astronauts back from the moon. Tommy,
Fake news.
It's not fake news.
Bullshit.
I never.
Back from Hollywood, they all jumped out of the studio. They all jumped, and then and then they got off the phone with Richard Nixon. We lose contact when we're driving. When I'm driving down 55 in Jefferson County, I lose contact for like a quarter of a mile. But these guys are on the moon on a landline. Hey, what's up, Prez?
Dude, they had
That
T-Mobile.
alone, bullshit.
Bring that sponsorship, T-Mobile.
There's a whole nother zone that nobody's ever been able to go through. And then they lost all the plans. All the plans that got them to the moon, some dude lost them. So nobody can go to the moon anymore because the plans.
Nobody can go to the moon anymore.
What a bunch of bullshit that was.
You are the only person I ever met in my life that just absolutely disagrees that we went to the moon.
No,
We
he
didn't go
hooked
to the
me,
moon.
hook, line, and sinker. I'm the same.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
I find a good conspiracy. I send it to JJ.
We'll probably get visited. We'll probably get some
conspiracy.
CIA people come run us
Right.
down.
Oh my God. Before we get to Nathan, do you want to tell us about your red flag experience today? Or are we leaving it alone?
So there's a parental red flag that you can receive. And we've all been there before, where your kid is, those that have children, where that kid's crying and you can't control them and they're crying really loud and you're getting embarrassed and, you don't know what to do, whether you're on a plane or whether you're in a store or whether you're in a restaurant. Well, the other day I'm in Best Buy, of all places, and I hear a wailing, and okay, the baby's crying, don't pay attention, somebody's going to take care of it. Well, this goes on, and now it's like 45 seconds, and I'm bouncing around trying to find this thing for an HDMI thing, and I've gone from section to section. I haven't asked nobody, typical man. I ain't asking nobody. I'll find the shit. And so I'm walking around finding it. So now it's gone on for like a minute. So I was like, I got to take a glance over, see what's going on. So in like the Xbox section or wherever these two people are trying
So
to buy
game
something,
section.
the gaming section, yeah. There is a couple. They were probably 35 years old-ish, and they had two younger kids, and they had this infant in the cart. You know how you turn it, the car seat in the cart, and then this baby is probably 6-8 months and just off the chain. The legs and the arms are flailing. I'm thinking, all right, now, and this wailing. Now, this has been a minute now. And neither parent has turned to the baby, has made any, kind of even acknowledgement that the baby is doing this. And so now I'm watching and I'm feeling sorry that there's a sales lady talking to the two parents, not one. I could see where one parent is overwhelmed at the time. This is two parents. Both of them are looking at the sales lady. They're sales gals. She's 24, 25 years old. And I'm thinking, this poor gal here, how do you listen to a question when this is going on? And I'm talking wailing. And
Get the kid a
so now
tablet.
it's got my full attention. I'm just watching. And these two doing what they're doing. I got what I got now. I'm just sitting there watching. And this went on for about 3 minutes. They never, back in the day, I would have taken my baby out of a restaurant and just ran to the car.
Oh, yeah.
They get an F. They get a complete F. They didn't do nothing. And then when they were done with the salesman, they just took the crying baby and just kept her in the cart and wheeled her out.
So they get a red flag. Bad
Red
parenting.
flag, bad parenting.
Spoken from a grandpa, and you've been around kids, and your wife home to daycare. So it really
If you're
bothers
trying,
you.
if your kid is off the hook and you're trying, there's nothing else you can ask a parent to do. Is
Right.
just try to
I get
Well, you take them out of there for Christ's
just
sake.
get 'em out of
Get them out of the store.
Yeah.
Kind of like in church. I used to make Michael and Lauren cry so I could get out of church.
Huggy's in the crowd. Huggy, one of the
pitch him
original
real
podcast members, is in the crowd. Huggy Bear is in there somewhere.
He's in the very back.
Yeah, he used to help with
waved.
things. Now we have intern Patrick, who's doing a stellar job.
Well,
Thank
Michael
you.
had a baby and things changed.
Yeah.
Like they normally do, baby. That'll usually change shit.
We ready, Tommy?
What for?
Little Nathan Spiess come up here and holler at the crowd.
I think we're ready to go.
Nathan, I want you to come back tomorrow.
Thanks for shooting.
But I think
Thanks for showing up.
What we got?
I think we're gonna play a little video here and then
Have him up.
turn off all our mics, Patrick. Play that thing, and we'll get Patrick up here, and then enjoy this.
I'm checking my vital signs, drawing my battle lines, going to war again. Feeling the rhythm inside of my chest, all I need is just a pen. I know I was born for this. I was born for this. Don't care for the critics, my words are like physics, a force that they can't stop. They just don't get it, I think they forget I'm not done till I'm on top. I know I was born. I was born for this. I believe we can write our story. I believe we can be an army. We are the warriors who learn to love the pain. We come from different places. Cause we were born for this. We were born for this. We are the broken ones. Spark a flame. Watch as our fire rages. Our hearts are never tame. Cause we were born for this. We were born for this. I've struggled for years and through all of the tears I faced the doubts I hide. I never give in to my fears, people think cause I heard my voice inside. I know I was born for this. I know I'll never lose my voice if I control the noise. I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this. I believe we can write a story. I believe we can be an army.
Way to introduce Nathan, because we're gist guys. We screw up everything, and so you get the gist. Yeah, see that? Is that tight there? Give us a sound check.
Give us
Hey,
a sound check.
Check.
Perfect.
How's he sounding, Patrick?
better than that internet.
Yeah, it's all choppy.
Yeah, that was good. Nathan, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I know you're the kind of guy that doesn't like to hear all these accolades thrown at you, but really you're an inspiration to all of us. And look at this crowd, and we have a couple of special treats for you tonight, and I hope they turn out better than
that.
But that's not on intern Patrick. That's an internet thing, and that's
I don't know. It was
can't do
playing
no-
perfect last night. Of
So
course.
are you trying to say we should blame it on Patrick, or what are you doing?
I don't know.
Borderline?
I think too many people are on their phone. They're not even listening to us. They're on the internet.
Smart people.
So there's an internet cloggage.
Yeah.
Did you bring a cocktail up with you?
I did not.
Do you
Do you
need
want
a
one?
cocktail with you?
Sure.
Somebody bring Nathan a cocktail.
I don't think I've ever said no.
There you go.
Thank you.
Like this?
Yeah.
You don't have.
Columbo's Tavern. Tommy, you got it.
What are we doing?
We're interviewing Nathan
I know.
Spiess.
I'm gonna let him pour.
Did you
his beer, though.
did you step out of the room?
I'm gonna pour his beer. That video got me a little fired up.
He's pissed.
Oh, you're pissed off?
Yeah, I was kind of pissed about that. Try it again. Let's just try it again. Who cares? If it doesn't work, we're live.
We can cut it
Just
out.
speed through it if you don't want it.
It is hot in here.
I'm blaming Patrick. I'm blaming intern Patrick.
On stage. Put that on the stage. There you go. Right there on the top.
I'm checking my vital signs, drawing my battle lines, going to war again. Feeling the rhythm inside of my chest, all I need is just a pen. I know
Right there.
I was born for this. I know I was born for this. Don't care for the critics, my words are like physics, a force that they can't stop.
I think
They just don't get it, I think they forget I'm not done. Tell them no, I was born for this. I know I was born for this. I believe we can ride away. I believe we can be an army. We are the warriors who learn to love the pain. We come from different places, but have the same name. Cause we were born for this. We were born for this. We are the broken ones who chose to spark a flame. Watch as our fire rages, our hearts are never tame. Cause we were born for this. We were born for this. I've struggled for years and through all of the tears I faced the doubts I hide. I never give in to my fears, deep within, cause I heard my voice inside. I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this. I will never lose my voice if I cut out all the noise. I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this. I believe we can write a story. I believe we can be an army.
that's much better. So when you didn't
was a
make
little
it
better.
when you didn't make it big, that was the problem. I'm gonna start
Made it
telling my
too big.
wife that.
There you go. Nate.
sorry,
Welcome to the show,
JJ.
Nathan.
That's awesome.
Sorry, JJ.
Welcome to the show.
Some of us don't have that problem.
Well, I don't know many of those people. Anyway, yeah, that was good.
I know that everybody probably wants to get to the meat of this whole thing and why Nathan's here and a lot of the things he's been through, but I think it's let's just go back to the beginning and where did you grow up?
So I was born and grew up for 7 or 8 years in the beautiful city of Delwood, Missouri,
Yeah.
Wow.
North County.
Delhood.
Yeah. And then shortly
Delwood.
after, moved to St. Charles, spent majority of my life there, went to high school at Duchesne. And then from there, went to Lewis and Clark in Illinois, played soccer. Then from there, went to Fontbonne University back in St. Louis. Played soccer there and got a psychology degree.
Psychology degree. All right. All right. And then, so let's talk a little bit about your family. I know you've got a twin brother, and your father's worked for the couple police departments. But tell us about your entire family.
So my dad, first, Jim Spece, he was a dispatcher for the city long time ago. Whenever
What years? What do you think?
he was working in dispatch with Renee Kreisman at the time.
Okay.
So I couldn't tell you the years. I don't know when that was. I couldn't even tell you how old he is. So
Probably way
young
young.
he is.
Probably way younger than Danny
JJ.
and me.
Okay, thank you.
and then now he works for St. Louis County's Emergency Management Department. My brother, he's a firefighter for the city. You say
the
whatever
city?
you want. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a twin, and it actually freaked me out when he was getting out of the hospital. I saw him walking, and I was kind of back a little bit. I'm thinking, holy crap, he's doing a great job. But he was pushing Nathan. So, but he looks just like him.
In that
He's-
video, is that him?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and if I had one person or 10 people tonight, when you walked in, say, man, he's so cute.
They're talking to you or Jason? Or you
No,
and
they're
Nathan?
they're talking about Nathan, not
Okay.
me. And his girlfriend's in the house, and she agrees.
Yes. Talk a little bit
Sometimes.
about your so you had your brother that was a firefighter, your dad, and then you have a sister also, correct?
Yeah. I have an older sister. She lives in Tampa, Florida. She's a counselor and a therapist.
So she went the psychology route too?
Yes.
All right.
And
Does that run in the family? How about the twin brother? Is he all psyched up too?
nope.
No?
He played soccer with me for 2 years at Lewis and Clark, and then he just started doing the paramedic route.
Okay.
He took the smart way.
Well, let's you talk about your soccer. I mean, you just mentioned it, but you were an extremely talented soccer player that had a lot of accolades. Talk a little bit about your soccer career and you started out where at Duchenne?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what happens? Tell us a little bit about your soccer career.
Duchenne, I was 2 times all-conference first player, 1 time all-state first player, 1 time all-region, and all-metro first player.
And then you've recently played for the Falcons.
Yep.
Which is right here on the hill, right?
Yes.
And they're a very competitive, I guess. I don't wanna
Amateur
call
team?
anybody-
Club team.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to call anybody old, but they're very talented old heads.
Nathan, how old are you?
I am 31.
So was it an over 30 team that you played for the Falcons?
It
Or just
started
open team?
Younger.
It was open team.
Yeah.
Okay.
So out of college, I first started with a group of guys that decided, hey, let's get in this soccer tournament, and it was indoor. Let's see what happens. We had like 11 players, and most players have 20 at the time. Our team name was Meat Sauce. Don't ask me why, but
Meat sauce. I like it.
we ended up winning that tournament, and Ragu Meat Sauce wanted to sponsor us. We didn't go with him. Mission Taco at the time, he was a guy that was familiar with the Nest and all of us. They're like, hey, we'll sponsor your team if what you wear our brand, our jerseys. We're like, oh, well, hell yeah. So we'd play all the major indoor tournaments and stuff in the St. Louis region. We would win all of those, and we'd constantly compete against a group called AA Spece, or there's a bunch of Bosnians. We ended up beating them every time. And so one of the guys who owned AA Express was like, I want to buy your team. I want to be part of this team. I'll pay for everything. And then we started going and playing in tournaments throughout the country.
Wow.
So it was outdoor and indoor.
Was this
20,000
before you got on the job?
This was during.
Okay, gotcha.
And so I spent a lot of my taking days off and stuff like that when I wanted to go out of town and play soccer. And all the guys on the squad, Sergeant Holting, they say field fairy and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, well,
Sergeant Holting, that pisses me off because he and I came out together in 8th District. He's going to get some information from me. I'm going to rip on him.
You
He's still
got a
on?
lot of the same information.
Huh?
Is he still on?
Yeah, he's their sergeant. Or
Still to this?
he's still a sergeant in their squad, right?
yep.
Yep.
All right.
He's a good dude.
I think week by week he's thinking about retiring a lot sooner.
They got a squad, brother. I'll tell you that. And
Especially
they,
with Napoli over there.
Napoli
Now-
showed up.
Yeah,
Now, are you a member of the Falcons Club?
I am.
Naps, what's up, brother?
That's a nice place, dude.
Yes, it is.
That is a very nice place. For what
On the hill?
bar did you used to be?
It's Jeff Long's favorite.
Melrose. It used to be
Melrose place.
Melrose on the hill.
And I've been to both. The Falcon Club is way nicer.
Oh, God, yeah.
Jimmy Long's
Oh, yeah.
buddy Joe. We go there. It's way nicer.
That's nice.
It's well lit. It's redone. It's not depressing.
What did Sergeant Holting call it again? Field fairies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's because I think he's a pickleball player like me. So we just, it's pickleball. or
talking about
nothing.
field fairies.
He can't do that quick.
He can't anymore?
No way.
Oh, geez. Sergeant Holting, come on. Let's go. Let's be better.
All right, so let's move on. And so, Nathan, tell us why did you want to become a policeman? What made you become a policeman?
Mobile Reserve.
Here we go.
Not only does it run in the family, I couldn't do a 9-to-5 job, and a crazy guy like me who likes, who thinks, why wouldn't you want to shoot guns, chase people, and drive fast in cars?
Sounds like a great career.
It wasn't the whole, I want to change the world, I want to help all these people, blah, 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 that most people say. It ended up, it's a fun job to do. It's not something where I have to dread going to work every day. And
That's well said, because I was the same way. I didn't.
No
I just
day's
wanted
the same.
I didn't want the excitement. I just wanted the excitement. I had no. Okay, and then, but what ends up happening is when you want that excitement, you do end up helping people.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's the end result. That's the end
but
result.
It's not the
But,
like you said.
but he says exactly what I always say. Being a policeman, because he was an athlete. I was an athlete. So
Of
being,
course you are.
being
No,
part, no, I'm not.
we've
Being
heard.
part of being
So
part of a
we've
team is why I wanted to become a policeman. And then that's what Jenny Lambert told me. He looks forward to going to work every day. And it's the closest thing to being a professional athlete is being part of a police department, because you have the same camaraderie, same locker room stuff. And that's what professional athletes will tell you. That what they miss the most isn't the game, it's the locker room. And that's what police departments give in spades. And it was kind of faded a little bit. But I think it's good to see, but I've been on a long time, and it's good to see your squad. And I can't wait till you come back and go to that squad, because a bunch of them are here, and they're the real deal. And a lot of them work secondary or not sorry, overtime for us. But everyone that's done it is just a stud. And you guys have fun every day, and I think that's the greatest. That's the biggest thing you can do or promote policing is what you guys do. I mean, it is. It's what makes everyone want to be police if you want to be the police.
Yeah. And going off that, like you were saying, it's fun and like we're all big squad together.
Right.
In the locker room or at the station, we are the biggest goofballs in the world.
Right.
We enjoy being around each other, laughing and all that stuff. But when it's time to work, it's time to work.
Right.
And then I could trust each of them to have my back whenever something happens, and vice versa.
And it's fun work.
Yes.
Well, and I think that's one of the things that JJ's talked about, and several of your squad members are here, and he talks about that 6th district squad. And you guys, when you guys work overtime, you guys work with mobile or with anti-crime. But they'd always go back to the 6th district where their roots were from. And they became, and just talk a little bit about that, of how close you guys were. And we'll get into, obviously there's been some incidents involved, but that closeness really, that gets you through all that. So just talk about some of the guys that are in that squad.
Well, at first all started, I was on a separate platoon of them, and I ended up starting working overtime and starting to meet these guys, starting to ride with them. I was like, oh damn, this is fun.
and he's in the 6th district, which is North City.
Yeah.
And there's never a dull day working
No.
in the 6th district. Go ahead.
And then you have different guys who are going off to want to do different things, whether it's going to mobile, someone going to intel, anti-crime, this and that, whatever. And the thing that I try, and what's really going to suck about all of it all, is I try telling them, was like, we're not going to be staying here forever as a group together. And it's like, hopefully at that time, whenever it happens, we're still going to be able to like work together, do this together. Hey, I got this. Can you guys handle that? Blah, 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 blah. And still go out and get a beer and everything like that afterwards.
Yeah.
There's
From their different.
You'll always be friends with them.
100%.
And you always wanna-
just met your best friends for life.
Right.
And that's just the way it goes.
But it's great though, giving them shit because they want to go to mobile.
And it's sad, and hopefully someday I would love to bring every one of them, because they're all good policemen. But I hope someday that we have the manpower to increase. And I think the changing of the guard, that with the new police board, there's a lot of good changes coming. I think hopefully it's in my realm where I'm still active. I guess you got a couple years left, but I'd love to see an increase, and I'd love to increase my unit 10 more people. It'd be great.
Yeah.
We could solve a lot of problems in the city.
It's just great being able to like banter each other, give each other crap for,
Right.
hey, I want to go here and you want to go here, and you guys only do this and you guys only do that. And it's like, it's all fun and love.
And we got a couple of SWAT guys in the house right now, too.
We do.
Yeah, Tim Boyce, Sergeant, John Long.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Can't miss Boyce back there.
I gave him his workout routine.
Prime,
So you're-
Prime performance. Actually, they are prime performance people. Shake your head, yes. Yes, see? Told you.
All right.
So Nathan, you just talked about those guys that you give each other a lot of trouble. You're close to them. You probably do a lot of stuff off duty, but you guys in 2022 was your guys' first, I guess you would call it, a major incident. And what as old heads is what we think about that is we can always relate to certain incidences like that you guys went through. But there's a difference in the eras. So when we watch you guys go through it and what you guys did, it was cool. But in 2022, you were riding with your partner at the time was Collin Ledbetter, and you guys were after a murder suspect. And tell us a little bit about that incident.
So the squad that I was working with that day was a B platoon squad, so it wasn't with the guys that I work with now. Nep, were you working whenever that happened, were you in the academy still? You were out in the streets? I don't know.
Now you hurt his feelings. We'll get him on.
Threw you on the bus. Go ahead.
That squad that I was working with is very similar to the squad that I work with now. Always wanted to go out there and get stuff. Always wanted to do actual police work. Wasn't so more car stops as much as it was, let's go jump out on these guys that are at 4300 block of College or, 2000 block of DeSoto and stuff like that. We would get out of the cars a block away, go hide in some bushes and wait for the perfect time to go hop out.
That's old school.
Old days there.
I love that, man.
Yes.
And then, so on this particular day, though, and excuse me if I get emotional during any of these stories.
Absolutely.
So, Ledbetter was actually at an interview at headquarters with DEI. So I went and played some basketball at the academy. And I went to go pick him up. I heard this call come out on the radio. Someone called down at River Trail down in the Baden neighborhood and said, there's a white SUV, 4 black guys masked up with guns. I said, I'm taking that right away. I know that's a car that's wanted for a homicide the night before. So we went out, and actually Ledbetter called Hines and was like, hey, we're going to get this car, and
Right.
you guys are just
We were
really
in
far
mobile
away.
reserves in Walnut Park when we get the call, and we were on something looking for a guy, and we pulled off it because we knew you guys had this going on.
And so we pulled in, we saw the car, flipped the UE. They ended up going out, chasing them, blah, 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 doing all that. The car ends up crashing out, and I chase after the passenger, Collin goes after the driver, and we split in different ways. The guy I was chasing fell over the fence. I hurdled the fence, and I was probably a foot away from him when he just put his pistol around his side and started shooting. His first shot hit me in my leg, shattered my femur, tried to get up and around again. Obviously couldn't do that. Rolled over on to the front of me, shot at the suspect, and then I started applying my tourniquet, at which time county guys showed up, and then they helped me out. But during the midst of that, when the shots rang out, I heard Collin yell Spece. And so as the suspect was running across the backyard, Collin came across the gangway of the 2 houses where they met, and they both exchanged gunfire. They put me in the ambulance first, getting ready to go, and they banged on the door, said there's another officer shot. Threw him in there, put me on the side bench, and I looked over at him. His eyes were in the back of his head. White stuff was coming out of his mouth, and I thought to myself, my God, he's dead.
Right.
And luckily, this ambulance wasn't even supposed to be there.
Right.
It was ambulance that was in the area, heard the shots, got called off their call, and just came to where we were at. If it was any longer, he would not be here today. He died in the ambulance for 15 minutes it took to get to Barnes, because it was a long, long way. And I guess, they put me in the emergency room. Captain Allen at the time came over, and the first thing I asked her was, how's Collin? And she just shook her head no. So at that time, I thought he was dead.
Right.
And they cracked his chest open, squeezed his heart until they got a heartbeat. And talking to the doctor and the surgeon, they say once that happens, it's a 1% chance
Right.
that anyone ever lives through that. And there was a couple days go by that I had no idea.
Well, actually, that night I went home, and because we were there, and it was heartbreaking. And I can't remember which officer. One of my officers jumped in, and actually, do you remember which officer came from? And he held pressure on you and Ledbetter. Do you remember?
Zemez.
Zemez, yeah. He's a DE agent. Sorry about that. But anyway, my neighbor, she's a RN, Maddie, and she's ICU in Barnes. And so she knew all this was going on. She was working that day, and I have a bar in my basement, so I went down and I decided I needed a drink, believe it or not. So she calls me and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm in the basement." She goes, "I heard what happened." She goes, "Can I come over?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "How?" She was there. I go, "How is he?" And she goes, "He's going to survive, but he's probably never going to be the same." And then each day she'd come and call me and she'd say, "He is unreal. He keeps getting better." Her diagnosis, she's an RN, but she's like, she was very, not negative, but just trying to be truthful to me. And I thought, oh man, it just, I didn't even know the kid, but it still breaks your heart when you know, it's a policeman. And every day she'd call me and say, it's unreal how he's doing. He is unreal. He's breaking all the odds. And obviously he broke all the odds, and you can finish how he's doing now, but he came back. I mean, he's back, and he's not a policeman anymore, but he's Collin Ledbetter.
Yeah. So there's two sides of that. You know, once it happened, I automatically thought I need to start putting my tourniquet on, and as I started doing whenever they come. And the first thing with that is you don't realize the training that you go through in which you actually use and which you don't think about.
Right.
That's why the muscle memory of actually training and keep doing that time and time again actually pays off.
Right.
And then the second thing is a lot of people don't like to talk about it all is the survivor's guilt about it.
Right.
You know, the way that I think about it, and I say, I was the one that took this call. I was the one that wanted to do this.
Wow.
I was the one that had the opportunity to shoot the suspect first, shoot at the suspect first, and we're trying to eliminate the threat.
Right.
And I failed to do that.
Yeah.
And so, since all those components took part, I feel as part of it's partly my fault that
Nah.
the things ended up the way that they are.
Nah.
And there's a lot of people that say no,
Right.
but the way that I look at it, it's I could have done so much better.
No, you can't hold that guilt, brother. You did what you could. And I know the person I know that you are, you had done everything you could to save him. So you can't take that blame. You got to let that go.
And so I've watched my body camera from the last incident. I have not watched a single body cam from that incident whatsoever because I cannot bear to look at that.
Right.
It exists, though, from the Ledbetter incident?
It's not from us, it's from the county guys that ended up fighting us because Collin ended up crawling underneath the sun porch and no one knew where he was at. And you could hear on the radio Monty asking, Collin, where are you? Where are you? And so just those videos I will never want to, and I never will look at that because it's just
completely
heartbreak.
understandable.
On a positive note, how is he doing now? I know he's doing well. He's working as a farmer, doing farming or something like that.
He's working at his dad's car dealership, and he recently just told me that he's gonna be able to quit that job and start full time with his podcast.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So you were close. He's a car dealer salesman, but farming and all that. So,
But he has a podcast, and we should promote his podcast. I think it's called Built Different,
Correct.
and I'm sure you'll be on that one day.
I think so.
I think you
big
guys
chance.
would have a hell of a conversation, a 2-hour conversation.
Oh yeah.
yeah, no kidding.
I mean, you talk about two heroes. You know, both of you, damn near. You know,
What is the name of the podcast again?
Built Different?
That's a great
I
name.
watched it, and he had Tom Lake on, and we need to have Tom on too. And you know, he's got a good podcast too. I think his is more of an interview style than the nutballs silliness that we do. So it's kind of different, you know. But it's very, you know, I listen to it a lot, and God love him, you know, to go through what he went through, and so if
Hey,
anybody out there listen to Built
he
Different,
beat all odds
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah.
right?
This is amazing.
And that's why
So-
on the back of the T-shirt, it's a quote from me. He said, "I never believed in miracles until this happened."
Really, that's awesome.
Well, I can remember. I mean, all of us.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean-
every word you got right off. And just for the people that are out there, when no matter whether you're retired or whether you're off duty or when somebody gets shot and bad things are happening, you will get an enormous amount of texts from everybody, telling you, okay, this is going on, that's going on. And every text you got when Collin and yourself got shot in that incident
It's bleak.
is Spece is going to be okay, and it doesn't look good for Ledbetter. He ain't coming.
No, exactly.
And then every day every day you get another text. This dude's still alive. He's still kicking. And then you, like you said, JJ. And then I would always talk to you, and you're like, I talked to this nurse. She said he's
Maddie.
unbelievable. She said this guy's incredible.
Yeah.
And so
He really was a miracle.
It just goes to the camaraderie and the family that never goes away. I mean, like
Right,
you said,
everybody was worried.
I'm retired. If somebody gets hurt, I'm still getting texts from everybody, phone calls, such and such hurt. whatever.
Right.
The family never leaves you in this.
Right.
Hey, Nathan, we'd like to have Ledbetter. Would you think he'd come on the podcast?
Absolutely.
I kind of feel bad we didn't ask him this time, but where's he living? Is he out? He's on the outskirts.
No, he's still at
A farm.
On a farm.
Vandalia, Illinois.
I don't even know where that's at. Do you know where that's at?
Vandalia? Make a
Oh, he said Vandalia.
Vandalia.
Okay.
He didn't say Vandalia.
I didn't think he
I said
did.
Say
Vandalia.
Vandalia. Did you say Vandalia?
I said Vandalia.
Yeah.
We have some.
Welcome to the jungle. Or what did they say?
People out there got
What's
it.
Van
No,
Halen
that's
sing?
Guns N' Roses.
What's
Welcome
Van
to the
Halen?
jungle.
What's Van Halen song?
My teacher,
Van Halen.
teacher, Van Halen teacher.
David
I'm
Roth
hot for
lives there.
teacher.
Yeah. David Roth lives there.
David Lee Roth.
Right.
How old are you, Nathan? Jesus.
That's pretty good.
I'm 45.
Good. That is good.
No.
Tommy, we have some presentations for him.
No, I think
No.
we need to get to his incident now.
Oh, God, jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Well, he
people maybe
bit your
will-
head
That
off
says
on
a
that
lot
one.
right there, doesn't it?
He bit your
That was
head
a
off.
He already went through
very
one of his
traumatic.
incident.
Yeah, that says a million things right there.
But I think that going through that incident
You know?
and with the friendships that have been made in the 6th District crew, and then you guys go through the incident that you went through in 2022. Now take us to 2025 and the incident that happens, and it's all you guys are involved in this again. And so just take us through that and let the listeners know what happened there.
All right, so it was St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. Normal morning. I'm thinking, hey, can't wait to get off work. Gonna go down to Dogtown and
Right here at Columbo's.
yeah, have myself
Right.
a day. I think it was about 8:30 or something like that. I was working 624's area is my area. Guys from East Illinois or their East St. Louis task force or something said, hey, we got this carjacked car here. We want you guys to come light it up and, take care of whatever you need to take care of. I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. We love doing that stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll take the call. Set up this plan. I was like, it's a one-way street going south, so let's have a car set up at Thekla, have a car set up in Harney because they're just going to keep going south until they reach Thekla, and then they're going to go hit the street light. Went, lighted up, threw out the spikes, the car stopped, started reversing. Brad Nelson was my partner again at the time, and he got out and threw spike strips in between the front and the back tire just in case if it goes forward, if it's going to go
Right.
backwards, they're screwed.
Good move.
It got spiked 3 times, ended up going down Kings Highway onto the highway where it crashed at 70 and Shreve. I ended up going out after either the back passenger or the driver, and 2 guys ended up going up the hill up towards Bircher. The guy that I chased ended up hopping over the median into the express lane. Pistol paralyzed him, and for people who don't know what that means, pointed my gun at him, told him, stop, get on the ground, amongst other words that might have been said.
Please.
And then, so he
Strongly suggest.
laid on his back first, which is
That's weird.
very weird. And I took my time. I waited until he turned over on his stomach, until I hopped over the median to attempt to arrest him, put him in handcuffs. As I was hopping over the median, I heard the screech, looked and saw the car, and I tried swinging my leg back around, in which the car came in like tail end us, flipped me over the median, wasn't able to get to my microphone, and everyone else was just chasing other people. There was so much going on. So I couldn't call out for anyone, so I ended up pulling my pistol out and shooting it in the air to get attention from people.
That's it. How smart is that?
I looked
Yeah.
at my leg. My boot was gone. I was missing a toe. From my shin down, it was just mangled. And I leaned against the median. My immediate thought was when David Lee got hit on the highway
Yeah.
in
Right.
September, October, and I came to peace with it. I'm like, this is my time. Like,
Right.
it is what it is. Well, then my squad got to me. Napoli started hitting me in the face, which he's lucky I wasn't coherent.
He's dead eye staring at you since you've been talking.
Yeah.
So
He said, Spece, stay with us. One of the new probes, Griffith, actually started putting my tourniquet on, and Oglesby was sitting there coaching him how to do it. And then once that happened, picked me up, threw me in the back of a police car, and that whole dragging thing where they say, pick you up, someone go around the other side, grab them by the vest and pull them in.
That's Mitchum.
Again, yeah, part of the training that you learn and you do, and you don't realize you're going to be doing this stuff until you have to do it. So once that happened, Samir was driving us, and I was just sitting in the car yelling at him to, excuse my language, I don't know if I could say this.
You
but
can say whatever you want.
I was telling him to slow the fuck down.
I
This shit
hope you-
hurts.
I heard you said
What
that. I'm
hurts,
glad
the
you said
bumping
that.
or
Oh, he
Told him to
first of
slow the
all,
fuck down.
the way he drives when there's not someone that's completely mangled and injured in the police car is crazy. And then when he's trying to save someone's life and gets to the hospital, I was like, oh my God, man, this hurts. So I think from the time that I got hit by the car to the hospital, it was 6 or 8 minutes.
It's unreal.
That's unbelievable.
And remember, they put me in the stretcher, going inside. I asked the doctor if I was going to die. He said, no, but we're going to have to amputate. And I said, well, no shit.
he said that right off the bat.
Yeah.
And was this the same ER you were in when you got shot?
It was at
Yeah.
Barnes, but it was a different room.
Right,
Yeah.
same hospital. Barnes is
Any
unbelievable.
same doctors or anything that you remember, nurses?
Not
or?
that I could
Okay,
remember.
got you. I mean, who has two of these traumatic things?
Right. The first one, were you a little bit more coherent when you got to the hospital? Or-
What do you mean, the
The
2022?
No, the second one was. I remember getting there, and I pretty much wanted to tell the doctor most of the work's been done for you.
That's priceless. Dude.
But they were talking about like ripping all my stuff off. How do we get this off? And I helped them take off all my equipment and everything.
Wow.
And then I was just like, just give me some fucking pain medicine. and so all that
So
happened.
you were more coherent the
Yeah.
second time
Yeah.
than the first time?
Yep.
And then, but the first time, the one thing that I found that fascinating the first time is that both you guys get put in the same ambulance.
Yeah.
And then there's one policeman in there.
It's a mess.
Both
Mobile Reserve
saying,
did it. He
"That's-
did. He should have got the Medal of Valor, and he didn't.
It's
for
incredible.
helping you
Yeah.
guys out. But
I don't
That's
know
incredible.
if it's one of those things where I want to forget about that happened.
Right.
maybe
Where I'm trying to trick my mind and say,
Right.
I want to forget about all this stuff.
Does your psychology degree help you with any of this shit? I'm seriously, like how perspective or
I'm
No.
sure. Yeah, that's a good question.
Absolutely not. It was just the only thing in school that had my
Interest.
interest.
yeah. Okay.
well, you mentioned 3 people.
It doesn't even help me at all.
really?
No.
You mentioned 3 people that helped you that day, and they're all 3 standing there watching. So, and that's a good group of buddies you've made for life, and they were there for you to help you, and thank God they were there.
They'll be there forever.
No, and I think it's not just those 3 though, too. They were
No,
just
I
the
know.
ones
No,
that-
but they're here.
They were the ones that were in the spot at the time to do what they needed to do. But you've often talked about that 6th District crew that you've been involved with, and now it's been going on for years. And how they step up, and their wives and their girlfriends, and everybody steps up at a time when you guys are down. We've been there too. We were there with Bob Stanzi. We were there with several others, and when that happens, and then you see that go through, it really means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Yeah. So we ended up having weeks after having a debrief where we all got together and can kind of just talk about everything with everyone, let your emotions out whenever it happens. And everyone's question is, what if I would have done that? Or I should have done this, and I should have done that. And the other thing is, though, is everything kind of played out the way it was supposed to be. Yeah, I got this. It sucks, but I'm still here,
Right.
And you also have to think is, what if I did that? It could have also been a worse thing that happened too. Not just
Right.
what if I would have done this? You would have still had your leg. But if you also would have done this, I could have been dead.
Right.
And so I tell them, it's like, I think it was better that it happened to me because I was, from the first incident, I was able to handle myself in a calm way during a chaotic situation.
Right. Can't teach that.
And there's a lot of guys out there on my squad who will just run over the median and try and wrestle with this guy right away.
Yeah. That's one of them calling now.
Right.
And in a group like that, there's so many good different personalities. Not all,
Oh,
not
yeah.
everybody's the same. Just like in our group, not everybody's the same. Everybody's got a different quirk. Everybody's got something you can make fun of.
Oh yeah, Nap's a spiker. He likes spiking cars all the time.
Name a time would ever have a guest that a young policeman had to use 2 tourniquets on each leg in his career, in his young career.
Now your bad leg is your good leg.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. I mean, your strength and your candid speak of going to the hospital and everything that happened in the hospital and how you talk is just, it's brave. I'm serious. I'm like, yeah, the doctor said most of the work's done. You make light of it, but I'm sitting there going, Jesus. I mean, wow.
One of the things I heard, Nathan, was, obviously after something like that happens, and I mean, your love for this job is, everybody can see that. But when that happened, one of the things that had you really down was the fact that you might not be a policeman again. And I think it was brought to your attention that, a lot of people have come back and done extraordinary things with, after losing a leg or losing 2 legs. Mm-hmm. And I think, did that help you out as far, because you never really want to learn about people that have struggled back from no leg, because it's not something you think about, right? Or a half a leg. Or is that something that as you learned about it, you're like, and use those people as a lot of inspiration?
I always knew I was going to come back to the department, whether it was going to be working as a police officer, being behind a desk somewhere, something like that.
That ain't you.
Even if I just went and worked at North Patrol watching the real-time cameras and calling it out to the guys to go get something. But, once the doctors and everything, looking at my limb and how everything looks and how young I am and athletic and how technology is today, they're saying, I could do whatever I want to do. I'll be able to do what I did at the same extreme and everything like that.
Really? That's what they're saying still.
Yes.
Good.
Timeline?
Right.
I have probably 8 more weeks of physical therapy, and then
You can get ready to roll?
Well, I got a suggestion too. Is if you can't get back to perfect health, is that they just make you a sergeant, because in the words of Matt
jeez.
Hannewinkle, who's a tremendous policeman philosopher, is that a sergeant is nothing more than a policeman on light duty. So they
God.
can promote you.
Hey, Tim Boyce, is that true?
Right. What was the last foot pursuit you were in?
You know where I...
Oh, he's in SWAT, dude. He's been chasing people.
Yeah. Were you a sergeant?
Hey, Nathan.
Okay.
You're going through the rehab, and I know that there's got to be some ups. And how you handle when you first started, I heard you may have thought had am I really going to be able to do this or not? And I know that you've gone beyond that, and I know you have a positive. Your attitude's unreal. Mm-hmm. So, how do you feel now? How do you deal with the ups and downs of the rehab? I know you have some setbacks and you go forward. But
Have you had some setbacks?
not physically. With everything that good happens, and most of the days are good days. There's also times where I sit there and look at myself in the mirror, and I think, holy shit, I'm never gonna have this leg back. And it's like, at first it was times where I couldn't shower by myself. I couldn't do different individual things, carrying things around, opening doors, and just helping people out that I'm used to.
Right.
And it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It was so many. During those times, I thought it would have been better if I would have died during that incident versus having to go through this and living my life like this for the rest of my life. Now, I became adapted to it, accepted that, this is a part of me and this is who I am, and I'm not going to let this stop me from doing anything that I can't do. Now, it still sucks at times. There's times where I break down, but it's nothing to where I'm like, I wish I wasn't here anymore.
Right.
So there's always going to be those ups and downs, but the ups are a whole lot more than the downs are.
It's strong.
I'll tell you
Let
what.
me ask you this real quick. Is you went through the other incident, and now you've gone through this incident. Have you needed to go reach out for help, or is it your friends that help you? How are you dealing with that?
It's my friends and family.
Yep.
You know,
And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because you have a strong friends and family that have been through this before. I was just curious about that.
I went to a therapist, told her everything that was going on, and she said, all your thoughts and everything you're thinking are completely normal, but you also know how to handle the bad thoughts, where I recognize those thoughts. And it's not a point to where I'm going to do anything to harm myself, kill myself, or anything. I have, I guess, coping skills to where I could recognize those thoughts, I could see what they're at, and I could have changed my mindset to where before it would be like, I'll never have a leg again. I'll never have a normal life again. To now, it's just going to be a new normal life.
Right.
Nathan, so on the first incident, it's such a horrible thing to have to say, but on the first incident, you had what you called survivor's guilt, right? And then move forward to the second incident, and you said you guys had a debriefing about 6 weeks later, or did you say?
Yeah.
6 weeks later, and everybody was saying things like, I wish I would have done this. Did that debriefing help you feel better about your guilt from the first incident by seeing how these guys felt the same way? I wish I would have done this different. And you were like, no, dude, it happened the way it's supposed to happen.
Yes and no. I'm just stubborn as hell, so in that term, no. But also, because it's me that affected someone else's life is what kind of holds me down.
Right.
But yet you were willing to say that's not the case in this scenario.
Correct.
Yeah, you're hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Nathan, your goal is to come back and be a police officer.
That is correct.
And I have one favor to ask. Our podcast is week to week. We never know if we're going to still be here next week. When you come back, I can't wait to see you back in uniform.
Your first arrest. We're going to have you back
Foot
on.
pursuit. No, he's got to do a
Foot
foot
pursuit.
pursuit.
I just
Foot
want to
pursuit.
go back one time,
No.
and then when I catch someone, talk all the shit to them, lift
Yeah.
my pants out, and be like, "You dumb motherfucker."
But my question, I heard you say that story before. That's why I brought this up, and I love that. But my question is, or my request is that when you do come back and put that uniform again, that following Thursday, you come back on the fucking podcast.
You got it.
We might even have your uniform on,
Yeah.
and then you can still drink too.
Yeah, we don't
That's
care.
back
Wouldn't
in
be the first time.
Hey, cut that part out.
Tommy. We're live.
Yeah,
but, so we know you're going to have times. I mean, it's just part of going through rehab that you're going to have some tough times, and and your friends are with you, but there's a lot of other people that are with you, and one of them. We reached out to a friend of ours named Jimmy Mayer, and Jimmy is involved with the Blues, and he asked some Blues to do some things. And first one we got here is a little word for you from Coach Montgomery.
To the St. Louis Blues here.
Turn it up.
And I just wanted to reach out to you because I know the rehab portion can be grinding and can be grueling, and sometimes the days are long and you never see the end in sight. But I want to tell you, you're inspiring, and we cannot thank you enough for what you've done for our great city. And I'm going to tell you this, okay? It's worth every fight, every time, just like you have your entire life. You fought for this city, you fought for your family. You keep fighting because you're inspiring, and I can't thank you enough for what you do for our great city of St. Louis. Nathan, Jim Montgomery, head coach of the St. Louis Blues here. And I just wanted to reach out to you because I know the rehab portion can be grinding and can be grueling, and sometimes the days are long and you never see the end in sight. But I want to tell you, you're inspiring, and we cannot thank you enough for what you've done for our great city. And I'm going to tell you this, okay? It's worth every fight, every time, just like you have your entire life. You fought for this city, you fought for your family. You keep fighting because you're inspiring, and I can't thank you enough for what you do for our great city of St. Louis.
All right. That was from the coach, and then now we've got one from our Stanley Cup winning goaltender who stole this thing is Jordan Bennington.
In uniform, to the city of St. Louis, just it's inspiring, and I just want to encourage you and wish you all the best in this continued path. And when we're back in town next season, hopefully we'll get together or you come to a game, and we can check in and see how great you're doing. And so I'm thinking of you and your family, and I wish you all the best, and just stay with it, brother. Stay strong. Bye.
So our next one is a Hall of Famer. So we got to have a Hall of Famer.
I'm there
so
with you. I am there in spirit, and certainly praying for you and wishing you well, wishing you a speedy recovery. As we know, the best things in life take time, and this is certainly one of them. Keep working hard, keep grinding, push through those moments of distress, those moments when you feel like you've had enough. And I know you can do it. You're a strong, proud man. You can do it. And certainly here supporting you, wishing you fight on, do what you can to get your head in the right headspace. It as I very well know, it can be a challenge. So wishing you nothing but the best, a speedy recovery, and keep pushing through it. I know you can come out the other side and feeling much, much better. So stick with it, Nathan. Take care, man.
There you go, baby. There you go. And we got one last one. So, right. The next one, you're not on the, I'm the only one they can hear right now. And then now we're going to go to the governor. And Governor Kehoe has a little word to say for you.
That lets the city police department be. I'm excited to know that you're on the Brighter Side of Blue podcast. I love Columbo's there in Dogtown, and I wish I could have a beer there with you. But I'm super excited to have you on, and it's good that they're focusing on the heroes that we have in the law enforcement community, especially with St. Louis City. As you know, I have a very humble and longtime connection with the city police department. And you and I met at the Backstoppers event. And as you might recall, your partner from your event where you were heroes a few years back, I have a connection to the Gilliam family. So I'm grateful that they're having you on this podcast. I'm grateful they're highlighting that the risk associated with being a law enforcement officer are unknown. That you leave your house every day not knowing if you're coming back from that shift. And you, of all people, know that. And your first words to me, if you remember at Backstoppers, was, I want to go back to work. And that's what's great about our law enforcement folks all across the state, including there in St. Louis City. As you might recall, my cousin Stevie Jacobsmeyer was a detective with the police department. My Uncle Jake was the chief of police of the police department. And the first actions we took as governor, the very first action we took as governor, was getting a bill through the General Assembly that lets the city police department become under control of our city residents, taking politics out of it to protect the men and ladies like you who are giving their life and their freedom to make St. Louis a better community. So I want to say thank you. You're a hero in my mind. It was an honor for me to meet you again when we were at Backstoppers. I'm glad you're on the podcast. Hello to my friends on the podcast. I'm coming to Columbo someday. I'm going to be on with you live in person. God bless you guys, and thanks for all you do to promote law enforcement and all the great heroes we have in the region.
We'll get you all of those because those are pretty cool, aren't they?
Yeah, we're going to have shorts that coming out, and all the video problems we've had, there'll be shorts coming out on all this. And we've got, one of the things that we haven't mentioned yet, and we really appreciate Nathan coming on. We've been trying to get him on for months, and he wanted his guys to be off so they could come down. And it finally worked out. But one of the other things that Nathan's got coming up is September the 19th.
13th, maybe?
I think it was the 19th, wasn't it, JJ?
I think so. I could be.
Yeah,
Don't go by me.
It's the 19th, dude. It's a Friday.
Okay.
13th, I think, is a Sunday. I don't know. But anyway, September the 19th, I believe it's the Heroes Network is having a golf tournament for Nathan. in the honor of Nathan, along with the Hideout, something, or the
It's
Hideout.
a tavern.
Is that what is it?
Yeah.
The tavern?
Hideout. This is tavern and bar.
That's a
Oh, yeah, it's a good-
See, because I asked Laura if that was the tavern, and she's like, I don't think it's a tavern. I said,
Is it
"'Cause
Hideout on Arsenal in the?
No, dude, no.
I think
It's
this
the
one's
one
in
way out.
Fenton.
Why
or
were you that
something.
hideout in
I
Arsenal?
don't know what you're talking about.
But that could be. Get ready to play Leon here.
Oh,
JJ and I are going to play with Nathan, and I think we're.
wait a
gonna
minute.
have
Hey,
interns.
first, ask make sure are we still good to play with you on that tournament?
As long as you can drink as much as I can.
I don't know about that.
I'm good.
We're
out.
good.
I'm out.
But I got to tell you about the legend of Leon. And Leon, and this was JJ's golf persona back in the day. If Leon shows up, we got a shot. Because back in the day, there was a guy by the name of Leon. Did you ever hear about the Leon Budweiser
No way he knows
commercials?
No ways
No.
you
So
know.
you're too
They're a
young.
classic.
Hit Leon's Budweiser commercials.
We're almost.
Players in the league you like.
No, Chuck.
What about any historic players?
Historic players, look here, man, I ain't really concerned with what was happening during the dinosaur age. Leon lives in it right now.
And right now?
Leon loves Leon.
So these were the commercials back in the day in Bud Light. And I don't know if you've listened to enough shows. JJ is somewhat cocky.
That is some bullshit, dude.
Somewhat cocky, but he's a lovable cocky. He's not a dickhead cocky. He's a lovable cocky.
Boy, that's-
And
I did-
so we were playing in a golf tournament one year, and this is a pig and par tournament, and we're
Soccer
driving
team?
up, and it was me and Chief Dodge, JJ, and Jimmy Long, J-Lo. And we have no ambitions of winning this tournament. But we birdie, the first two of the first three holes, and we come up to a hole, and I just looked at JJ, and there was a lake, and then if you could bomb a ball, you could make it to the green.
Yeah.
So JJ's not that good of a guy. He might be a great soccer player, and like I said,
I can hit a
he never
drive on a
missed
golf
shot.
ball.
He never missed a shot. He never passed up a shot. He loved every shot he could possibly take, whether it was soccer or baseball or basketball. And,
This is fucked up.
so we're pulling up to this thing, and I said, and Dodge and I, and not to be conceited, Dodge and I are the golfers of the group. So I tell JJ, I said, hey, can you just lay up here? And then me and Dodge will go for the thing. And he looks at me, and he says, JJ, don't lay up. And I said, okay, Leon. Whatever,
JJ
Leon.
don't lay up.
Well, what happens is...
I can outdrive them all.
What did he do with it?
Whatever.
Did he drive it?
No, you couldn't.
Did he drive it?
Nah, he put it in the lake or whatever. But
That's a lot.
What
That's
happens is that this becomes 14 holes of Leon because there in front of us is Lisa. Lisa Joyner is his wife, and the
Dodge's
other
wife.
gals and Dodge's wife and Jimmy's girlfriend, and in front of them is another group of gals. Well, Leon becomes the talk of the tournament. In the middle of the fairways, if Leon, all the gals will be going, come on, Leon! Come on, Leon! You got this, Leon! Well, Leon hits about 8 putts, and everybody's watching. Every shot Leon makes, the eyes are on him. Leon hits about 7, 8 putts. I mean, it couldn't hit. Other than that, he didn't do anything.
Send the bar high for him.
But they were going. Oh, that's all right, Leon. Your teammates should pick you up, Leon. You ain't responsible for that. and this went on for 15 holes, and we ended up coming in like second place because Leon could putt.
Leon can putt.
Was having a putt.
I had a putting.
Is this A flight, B flight, C
Oh,
flight?
it's all one
D
flight.
flight.
It was a pig and par, for God's sakes. We don't have any flights.
Yeah, we came in. I think we came in second, actually.
And I think we all gave I think we got like some shirts or something. We all gave them to you because you are Leon.
Leon.
Leon won that tournament.
Hey, man,
Leon
I was
can putt.
insulted that he asked me to lay up because I can drive a golf ball.
Oh,
Not
stop.
anymore.
Stop. Stop.
Could.
You were. What was your? What do you think your handicap was at the time?
Fuck. I don't even know what a handicap is.
40.
I don't know.
If you played a golf course on your own, what would you score?
Right now? Shit.
No, back then you would have probably got about 120.
No, probably about 80, 90.
Oh.
Hey, you guys ain't giving credit, dude. Leon could fucking hit a golf ball.
How are we ending with ball bumping
I
on
don't know.
JJ?
That's
fucking
bullshit
lie.
because I've won 2 long drive
Let's start
contests in
this, and
golf.
we're talking
tournaments.
about a golf
I'm
tournament.
not saying you can't hit the ball long. I'm just saying on the overall 18 holes, you're going to have some severe issues.
Because I overdrive the ball.
Nathan, I'm going to bail you out of
Let's
this.
just get on and let's move on.
That's what
You have made a promise, and we're going to keep you to it. When you're back in blue, driving around in that car, doing what you do.
Who's
Come on that
hold
show.
on a second. Hold on a second. We got it. Do you
Tommy.
know Abby Oglesby?
Okay.
I do.
Abby Oglesby is saying, hi, spicy Spece. Okay, let's go up to some other ones. We got to get
We
some
kind of
comments
ignored
here.
all of them because of this. We got so into it.
You men are amazing heroes. Okay, Greg, thank you. I guess Abby's over there. No. Oh, Abby, okay.
Her husband.
All right. Is Nathan older than the twin?
Oh, because Mary Michelle's a
Mary's
twin.
a twin.
Which twin? She's a twin. Are you older?
Yes, I'm older. My brother's going to argue this. I say a minute. He says 30 seconds. But either way, I always tell him he's my baby brother.
Baby brother.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got, Patrick? We got anything else up there? This is amazing. Thank you. John Frank just said, good guy.
Well, that's because you have to go to the
Producer guy.
reference.
Good guy. I don't know where we were at in that part of the show.
Killing me. You're killing me. You know that.
No, we just got to get.
This is useless.
You got to love Vin. We got Vin Yee. Fucking,
That's way before him.
all right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, one of the
Yeah. That's where we'll
Kevin
end it.
Ponder. You
That's
missed
where
Kevin
we'll end
Ponder.
it.
Yeah.
Let's end this thing, and all you listeners, what do we got? What do we got? In the moments when recovery feels overwhelming, our progress seems slow. What is it that keeps you going? What reminds you of the bigger purpose behind all the effort you're putting in?
Good question, Tanner. That's a great question, Tanner.
One of the first thing that keeps me going, especially when I'm struggling, is my lovely girlfriend, Taylor.
Hoping you went there, brother.
Me too.
She's the one that sees most of my struggles. She's the one that sits there, bears with me. You know, you're going to do this, you're going to be able to do that, you're going to be able to do this. You know, it's the small things that people don't realize that you miss until something happens, in terms of holding someone's hand whenever you're just walking with them.
Hey, bring her up real quick.
Yeah, come on up here.
Come on up here. Give him
Come
a
on.
big hug. Right? Let everybody see this strong support right here. I want headphones on. I have a question for her.
Here, take my spot. You'll be much better.
100% better.
Actually, you should take
Do
my
6
spot.
shots of Jameson and smoke a joint and let's talk.
Speaking of smoking a joint, I'll see you guys later.
Peace out.
Taylor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so the mic could be close. I have one question for you.
Talker on top of it.
So Nathan has been uncommonly candid about his incidents and his struggles and this and that. So can you give us a high and a low that really struck you that you had to help pull him through?
I think the lows were the unknown, not knowing what was to come, not knowing what the days ahead were going to bring, what the nights were going to bring. We sat a lot of times with what's tomorrow look like, what's the next hour look like. So that was really hard to go through. The highs were being at the lake last weekend when he got his prosthetic and he walked up and was like, hey, hold my hand.
That's awesome.
So it's one of those, like he said, people don't notice a lot of things that in everyday life you get to do. And then when something happens like this, that all that gets taken away. And you honestly don't know when it's going to come back.
Wow.
So bringing it kind of full
Incredible.
circle and coming out of the darkness has been great to watch.
That's
Great to be a part
incredible.
of.
You're a great woman.
Yeah, great woman. Thank you so
Hey,
much
just
for your
real
support
quick.
for our officer.
One more question.
Yes.
Were you guys? How long were you guys together? Were you together in the first incident too?
No, I'd been around about a month.
All right. So you were dating about a month when the second incident happened?
No.
No,
We were
when the
talking.
first one.
We were speaking. We were in communication.
And I was actually, this is the second incident. I was actually laying in the bed in the ICU, and she was laying next to me, and I said, I know this might be a bad time, but will you be my girlfriend? I need to lock her down as soon as possible.
Go steady. Will you go steady with me?
Yeah.
Will you go with me? We used to say. Will you go with me?
How exciting are you excited for him to become a policeman again? Just support him, baby. Just
That's
support
one
him.
of those. He's gonna do great, and he loves it. And it's one of those. I can't stop him from doing what he loves. So I'm in it for the long run.
You're a great woman.
This is very special.
That's
That's awesome. Thank you
Good
so
girl.
much, Taylor. Nathan, we can't wait to have you back on. Tommy, what about our communities? Communities that support law enforcement.
Communities that support law enforcement are a lot places are a lot safer places to live.
Safest.
Yeah, whatever I just said.
There's
All
a lot
right,
safer places to live.
It's been a long ass show.
Peace. Thank you.
Peace.
Thanks, brother. That was good. Yeah, that was good. We're gonna get you those videos. We'll get you those videos. Those will be neat to have.
Yeah.
I'll do short.